Alright, you can just leave your shoes right there. Give me 1 second, let me wash my hands. Alright. You should wash your hands too. Okay, so welcome to my apartment. Sorry it's a little dirty. I wasn't really prepared to have any guests today. Let me just, clean this up really quickly. Alright. Can I get you anything to drink, like water or juice or anything like that?
Water, please.
You need water? Okay. Alright, let me get you a cup. Okay. Yeah, feel free to have a seat right there if you want, or you can sit on the couch. So how have you been? Like, I know it's been literally 3 weeks since we last saw each other. Yeah, I've been really busy just because I just recently started working at my new school, and so I have to do a lot of training, and they're really trying to make sure that we're ready for the new semester. Actually, we recently started teaching our winter semester at the school, and so we had to learn all the new curriculum, and there was a lot of preparation that I had to do. Yeah, I've been really tired these days, but I'm really happy just because I got to move into this new apartment, and I'm, just more happy in the space that I'm in. So, yeah. What about you? What have you been doing these last 3 weeks?
I've been pretty busy these last few weeks.
Yeah, pretty busy, right? Yeah, and then I just really wish this corona stuff ended soon just because I want to meet you more often, but we don't really have that many chances just because of corona and keeping our distance from other people and stuff like that. But yeah.
Have you had any other guests visit you?
You're my first guest, actually. I haven't had any other guests in here, and so yeah, you should feel special that you're my first guest in this apartment. But I hope to have you come over more often. I think we live a little closer too, right? So hopefully, if you would when you're free, you can come over. Maybe we can have a beer or two, just talk. I really like talking to you. So
Tell me more about your apartment.
yeah, so as you know, in my last apartment there was no space, and I didn't have much storage, but I have a lot of space, and so I can actually buy more clothes. I have a lot of books too, and so I like that I can just put my books wherever I want pretty much. Actually, when I was living in the old apartment, I didn't have any space, and so I couldn't buy this TV. And as soon as I moved, I just started ordering all my stuff off of Coupang just because I felt like this was the best chance. I know I do have more space than before, but this bed is quite big. This bed was already here when I moved in, and so I love it just because it's a queen size bed, and I think I'm a big guy, and so I want to sleep on a big bed. But whenever I have guests over, I usually like to put it up, and so since I knew you were coming, I just put my bed up and just kind of brought out the table and the chairs just because I knew you were coming, and I wanted you to feel at home and give you a spacious environment. Yeah, and then I also bought this curtain. It's a little wrinkly, I know it's wrinkly, but next time you come here, I promise it's gonna look a lot more smooth, And also, yeah, when I work out, I use this. These are called parallettes. Because of corona, we don't really have the chance to go to gyms anymore, and so I just work out at home whenever I have the time. And so I do push-ups on it, and I can also do other stuff on it, but I'm a little too heavy right now, so I can only do just a bit of things on it. But yeah, do you work out these days?
I can't go to the gym because of corona. I promise it's not just an excuse.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend you get some parallettes because there's no excuse, okay? There's no excuse. You gotta work. I've been busy, but I still get my push-ups in. You know what I mean? You gotta get it in. You gotta work hard. You gotta keep grinding,
Then show me what you got.
You want me to show you? Okay. Alright, let me show you. Not everyone can do it just because you got to take more time to develop your chest muscles and your arm muscles, but I'll be able to show you just a little bit. Just like that. Easy, right? Yeah, so you want to try? No? You should definitely get it. I think if you do it a lot, it becomes easier. Trust me, it becomes easier with time. Oh, let me show you. I might have to move this, but I want to show you my book collection right here. Hold on. Oh, this might not be so pretty. Right here is one of my favorite books that I used to study Korean. This is the book that I actually used when I was in Sogang University. Like, I used these workbooks for when I was studying, but I really want to use this.
Is this a book advertisement?
No. I'm just, telling you about the book that I'm using to study. If you want this book, you can get it. It's up to you. This is just a random topic 2 book that I chose because I thought it might be useful. To be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to use half of the words that come out of this book, but I think the more you know, the easier it is to understand the things that you watch, and I think that if I'm understanding more, it's really beneficial to my studies. And so although I may not use these words when speaking, if I can listen to the news and understand it, I think I'd be really happy. So I got this book. I think it might be pretty useful. Yeah. How have you been studying English these days?
Well, these days I don't really feel like I'm improving much, so I feel down from time to time.
Well, I mean, you know what they say, like, the better you get, the harder it is to feel your improvement. So don't really get down on yourself too much. Like, I totally know what you mean, because these days I've been just too busy doing other stuff and I couldn't study Korean as much as I would have liked to. I still have the fire to improve and learn Korean, but you know how it is, like, life gets you sometimes, and sometimes it's just hard to do the things that you really want to do just because life hits you and you don't have time to do those things. But don't feel too bad about it, bro. Like, I mean, it happens. It be like that sometimes. So just, keep your head up, and yeah, man, you got this. Just, don't give up. Don't give up.